Don't rely on me.
Let's see what happens. YouTube.com.
Oh my god. We have 2 mercies.
Okay.
Oh my god. We have 2 mercies.
Alright, it's recording.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh my god. We have 2 mercies.
Alright, it's recording. And
Awesome.
that's a weird echo. Okay. I have no show notes because literally decided to record at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay, well, it's your show. Talk about what you want to.
Well, I still have to do dang it. Alright, let's see here. I still have to do like intros and everything. It's gonna get weird.
Oh god! There's a doofus! I blinked out of the way, but... What? I'm so confused. Just casually playing Overwatch.
Can't casually play Overwatch. It doesn't work like that.
No!
Okay, go back. Let's pick this one. Nope, that's not a good one.
Oh, they didn't kill anybody. RIP. Oh, they have a Bastion now. I didn't realize that.
Alright.
I got Genji! I hate playing him so much. I don't know why everyone's so obsessed with Genji.
Because he's funny.
I about attacked my own Bastion. She's so hurt.
I'm eating. We're waiting for her name is Emmeline. I don't know what she wants us to call her. So we'll ask.
Oh! Okay. RIP. Should probably be watching a YouTube chat, not playing Overwatch.
Well, that's fine. There's nobody in YouTube chat. Ain't nobody trying to watch Overwatch Today on YouTube. Ain't nobody caring about that. One person is watching, and it's probably myself. Watching. There's nobody in YouTube chat.
Nice. No. Get on the payload.
Oh, Big Meme is in the house. What's up, Big Meme?
I got... No. Okay. I'm stopping to casually play Overwatch anymore. You gotta love when someone who doesn't even know how to play their character gets played the game because all they did was charge 3 people into a wall.
That's weird.
No, it was Doomfist. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did. So, yesterday, after you got off, I played one. And I was playing as Tracer. I've been playing as Tracer lately. I have no idea why. So, so Reinhardt's, when he charges you, it doesn't boop you up as far anymore.
Yeah.
So, it booped me up, and then I fell back down into his charge. And I was like, oh, you jerk.
Oh no, okay, so I was playing comp last night. And so, like, I usually play Mercy and everything. I actually switched off of Mercy because of a Reinhardt. He would literally push me against a wall in a corner where I couldn't move. And it's just like, why are you doing this to me?
Rude.
It's like, leave me alone. I'm just a poor Mercy with 4 DPS team members.
Overwatch is rude. Overwatch is a mistake.
Overwatch has been toxic for a year. I'm just kidding. No. I don't think the toxicity even started until, like, the Christmas event, in my opinion.
What? It's been toxic for, like, since, like, season 3.
Yeah, which is around Christmas time.
Really? No.
Yeah.
I go by seasons. I don't even go by events anymore. I'm so messed up.
Oh wow, just the deception of like screens on YouTube right now.
It's so funny. Four people are watching. Why would they do that?
One of them is me.
It's unfortunate.
It's okay. Cool, are we adding on more people?
Huh?
Are we adding on more people?
I'm trying to see if she wants to get her boyfriend if you want her to.
Oh, that's fine. That'd be pretty fun.
More the merrier. Big meme in the house, yes. You can friend me on PS4 at Overwatch Today, all one word.
I'm not.
That's unfortunate for you. This is like the best. So, I found this weird page.
Yeah.
I found this weird page the other day, like when I was still Overwatch Today, the Daily Pics of Jeff.
Oh my god,
I found it. He posted, he had one picture, and he had like 4 followers, and it was probably all like him. And I found it. I have no idea how I found it. But I'm like, dude, this is the best page ever in the history of Instagram. And he was all like, gee, thanks. And I'm all like, I told like everyone in the universe. So everybody's following this cat. It's the funniest thing ever. His page. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. It's hilarious.
Have you ever gotten an answer of why Overwatch Today got shut down on Instagram?
No.
Because there shouldn't have been any specific reason why you got mass reported.
I don't know. No, I don't know if that's what happened.
Because...
They won't tell me.
Yeah, because I tried to email them.
No,
and it's just like, oh, we'll get back to you in such and such time. It's just like, well, rip.
Yeah,
what are these levels? Oh my god, thanks Overwatch putting me up against the level 12 and 73 and 116 when I'm almost level 400. Oh, rip, wrong button. I forgot I changed my melee button. Let's see what I'm up against. I have a Zarya who actually knows how to bubble.
Alright, I doubt it. How do you... Wait a minute. Oh. Couldn't see it.
Oh my Jesus. So I see a Doomfist, a Junkrat.
How do you...
I'm in total.
Hold on. How do you do a group thing?
Oh, on Skype?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great.
I don't use...
Okay, I think I have to end the call with you, and then I'm going to call you back.
Wait, let me see if I can add them.
Oh, yeah,
Here.
you called me, so...
Yeah. No, if you go back, like, if you go to just Skype where it has our conversation, it will hit add people.
Where? I don't see that button.
Okay, let me go onto YouTube real quick.
No, that doesn't work like that.
Oh, yours is set up differently from mine. Wait.
You started the call, though.
Hey, move the screen where you have my conversation up in the top,
Yeah, I pushed the button. And it's...
No, go back to the conversation with me.
Yeah.
No. And then it should be up in the top, like you see there's like the phone call, and then like go to the one next to it.
Nope.
But yeah.
That's the microphone.
Yeah. No, it's right there. I can see it on the YouTube screen. But no, it's in the actual conversation itself, not on the call.
Huh?
Like, where you message people.
Oh, add recipients. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go. I just have like...
What?
I think you might want to go to my conversation, though.
What? Oh.
You're adding her to your own conversation.
Oh! Aggravation. Add people to this call. I did it. I did the thing. Except I don't know if it's going to work now. Wait, what happened?
Oh, do we have it? There we go. The conversation is set up.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Not much.
You don't have to do this if you don't want to.
Oh no, I do. I'm just I just sound more awkward because I'm a bit of a shy person, but
Nah, don't worry about it.
Same.
Nobody.
Wonderful.
Nobody can see your voice anyway, so it's fine.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's see.
What are we gonna talk about, Fish?
We're gonna talk about some Overwatch.
Obviously. Okay, though I'm still trying to figure out who the next hero is gonna be.
Hammond.
I hope it's a healer.
It's a supposed healer, but the queen
It should be.
The queen is a healer, like she's a support hero.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
That's
the queen.
cool.
Yeah, the queen's a support hero. Did you not know that?
For Junkertown, right?
Yeah, for Junkertown.
Ooh.
Why is she a support hero?
That's just what I've seen floating around. Is like
That's
of her
because
character.
everybody wants everybody to be a support hero because they ain't got.
Well,
no
we have
heroes.
so many DPS and we have enough tanks, but
Alright.
we just need more healers.
I think she might be a defense hero as well.
I'll save it for the show. I gotta start. You guys are killing it already. Okay, so this is how it goes. I start the show, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I talk for a few minutes, introduce you. You can say hello, you can not say hello, it doesn't matter. And then we can get into more introductions since both of you are the first time on the show. Or whatever. Just say whatever you want. We'll get into we can get into either talking about Junkertown, or since both of you are Mercy players, I thought we could talk about playing Mercy, since I still have no idea what I'm doing. So, and then, or we can just talk about whatever. So, we'll just talk until we get to an hour, and then I'll shut it down, and then we're done. It's not that big of a deal. It's just for fun. So, only about 500 people listen to it anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Only about 500.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, I
That's-
just got sniped.
A lot less than 140,000.
I can mention it.
What?
Your podcast. Oh wait, where are you doing it?
What?
Oh, I thought you'd be doing it for some reason on Instagram, like using the live thing.
Oh, no, it doesn't work
But-
out because like my phone can't hear you guys, so it can only
Yeah.
really hear me. It doesn't work that way. So it'll get posted next week, probably Monday or Tuesday on iTunes and stuff like that. People can download it.
Wow.
And I'll send you a link and stuff, and you can post it on your thing if you want. No pressure. Like I said,
Oh.
it's just for fun. So,
Yeah, that's cool.
but you are here promoting yourself, so do whatever you need to do. Totally fine.
Why?
Gotta get that Magic Mercy brand out there. All right.
Where I've never Damn it. I just got sniped by a widow.
All right. All right, I'm gonna start it. I need to talk for a few seconds, and then we'll do it.
Okay.
If you guys are ready.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
I'll
Okay.
try.
That's good enough for me.
Oh my god, I just got sniped again.
Okay, but that's not acceptable. Like playing the game.
I know.
and speaking.
I know.
That doesn't help me.
I'm done.
That doesn't help me.
I'm getting off. I was just waiting for you to actually start.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Overwatch Today show, the source for everything Overwatch. I, of course, am your host, Mike, aka Big Fish, and here today to talk Overwatch with us is Star and the now famous Magic Mercy from Instagram. How you guys doing?
It's going good.
Pretty good.
So this is both of their first time on a podcast. So yeah, Star could be my new co-host if she wants the job, but we don't know. And by the way, Croak is taking a leave of absence, and my dog still won't shut up. So Star, why don't you start and tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Hey, I'm Star, and known on Instagram as Horn King, and in Overwatch, just a Star. I got into Overwatch kind of by force, and I thought I wouldn't like it, because I was just like, oh, Overwatch is just for every other guy, and then I was wrong. So, here I am, so many hours later, talking about Overwatch on a podcast, which I never thought I would do.
Because that's what we do in the Overwatch community. We talk about it so much that we have to record ourselves talking about it. So, what do you want me to call you? Magic Mercy or by your name? I forgot that.
Oh, I'm good with either. Emmeline's a bit long, so.
Okay, so,
Or M, I guess, for short.
okay. Em, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your Instagram page, or you got a YouTube channel now and stuff, and a Tumblr, I think. Tell us a little bit about that and how you got into doing what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I had the Tumblr for a bit, but it was just to host links. But then I think a lot of people got confused with that concept, and then I also changed some of the submission stuff. So I'm not really using that anymore. My YouTube's where I post longer videos that don't fit on my account, but mainly Instagram is where I'm at. And I honestly started this account for just gameplay. I didn't want to post it on my personal account because I like to keep that private because all my photos are pretty bad. And then, I don't know, somehow just started getting into that. And what was the other question? Getting into Overwatch?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I originally only got it because my boyfriend at the time got it and told me, oh, why not get it? It'll be fun. And I actually got it basically the pre-release, but I never really played it. until season 2. So, sad face, don't have that spray for season 1, but super glad I got into it because I love the game now. And I have way too many hours in it.
So, what other games do you guys play currently or ever right now? Is there anything interests you?
I'm currently suffering through Breath of the Wild completion. Those Korok seeds, man, all 900. All for a piece of golden poop.
Nice.
I mean, that, and I just finished the BioShock series on PS3.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Throwback.
I'm currently playing Borderlands again with my boyfriend, Borderlands 2. I've played all 3 of them, and other games that I think are really dope were Mass Effect and Left 4 Dead, Portal. Oh gosh, Fallout. Fallout's a big one on my list, and so it's like Skyrim.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Fallout, which Fallout is your favorite?
Fallout New Vegas is my absolute favorite, and then Fallout 3, then Fallout Fallout 4.
Right.
I didn't play 1 or 2.
Oh, this is the best. The weird isometric walk around and push the buttons forever to talk to random sprites about nothing. That's awesome. All right, cool guys. Well, thanks for being here. Go check them out at horn.king and Magic Mercy on Instagram, because that's pretty much where we live. So this last week, so not the last week before, 2 weeks ago, we got the Junkertown reveal. We had Junkertown, we got the May short, and we got the level, and now we got a comic. So now we pretty much know the story of Junkrat and Roadhog. So what is it that we don't know?
I found something which I believe is the supposed release date for the Junkertown Queen hidden within the map. It might not be true, but it falls within kind of Overwatch's timeline. I don't remember exactly where, but it's up on a ledge, and there's a chair, and there's just a whole bunch of beer cans around it. And if you look on that chair, there's a license plate with an L and then 03-20J. And if you take out that L and J, kind of like being brackets, it's 3/20, which is a day before Orissa's release. And March is typically a time where they would release, since they release on that 3 to 4 month schedule. And I just kind of found that interesting.
So what you're telling me is that in March you think we're gonna get the Queen?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get the Queen in March. Like, she definitely for sure won't be the next hero, but she might be the hero after the next one.
So everybody thinks that she's gonna be a melee hero because her thing by her chair is like a weird staff axe. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. I've also seen there's like a secret room you can go in, and there's like a random hammer sitting there, kind of similar to Reinhardt's but smaller, like just enough for her size to swing around. But I don't think they would bring in they might bring in her as a melee.
Well, that would be Bruce's hammer, right? I mean, that could be Bruce's hammer.
That's true.
Right. I don't know. So,
wait.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You can go on.
So what do you think, Em? What do you think about all this Junkertown?
I think it's really exciting. I haven't played on it, but I definitely checked it out, and I'm excited to try it out, play on it. It looks really cool. Love all the details in it, and I found that room too, and I thought it was really cool. how they added it. I don't know much about the Queen, unfortunately, but I'm just excited. Like, I guess most of the people who don't know what's going on, but who are excited.
So what do we think about the next hero then? So we have Hammond and the Queen, and there's other potential speculations of heroes circling around, but obviously those are the two hottest or the two biggest right now.
I feel like it might be Hammond.
But well, I don't know. I mean, why though? Because just because they put him on a map and said stuff, that doesn't mean nothing.
He's been hyped.
It could be a Doomfist. It could be another Doomfist or a Sombra ARG where we gotta wait forever.
Oh God, no. But he's been hyped since about June, and if you remember the whole hype with Orisa and Doomfist, Blizzard quickly responded with putting them into the game. Like, not really quickly, but put them within the same year. But I swear, if we get another Doomfist, I might just quit. That's way too much to deal with.
Well, that's what the Queen is, right? The Queen is the hype for next year. That's what you're telling us. So what?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I just said yeah. I coughed at the end.
Don't do that. So, we think that obviously we need healers in the game, right? Why do we need healers though? We have 5 very, very highly picked heroes and stuff like that, or healers. As healer mains yourselves or both of you, how do you feel about this, Em?
I feel like a lot of people become support mains from what they've told me because there's not enough support people out there who are actually willing to play them. And I think we definitely should have another healer, a brand new healer. One, to get more people to try out the support, but because we also have a lot of DPS, especially offense. And I've even noticed in games, there's a lot more offensive heroes now being picked. And I personally don't like it. It's much harder to heal when everyone's a DPS running around. But I definitely think another healer could spice it up a bit.
So it's like the offensive heroes, like literally everybody wants to play an offensive hero right now, and it's really annoying. Like the tanks are probably the least picked hero right now because of it. I think. They have been for a long time. Like tanks are not picked very often. So
yeah, we need more.
I don't know. Do we need more tanks for people to want to play tanks? How do you? I don't know how you do that. You just keep adding characters just so people will play them, but the majority of the people that come to play Overwatch, it seems like, come from other shooters and stuff like that. Like, unlike some of us that can't aim or didn't, or aren't good at first-person shooter multiplayer games, where we have people like Mercy and Symmetra and Winston that you don't need to aim. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What could the next hero bring to the game is what I'm asking. So, like, we have a shooting hero, right, that has to shoot bad guys and good guys. We have like a medic hero. We have I forget what it's called. I forget what Lucio's aura is called. It has a 3-letter thing. And then we have Zen, who is like a off healer, so he can heal but without even doing anything, right? Yeah. And then Symmetra, who's like kind of like she's support only if
she's almost a defense character.
Right. She's only she's only a support hero if she has her ultimate up.
basically.
Right. So, what? So, as healer mains, what do you think we need in the game? Like, so if the queen is supposedly melee, how do you melee hero a healer? how do you have a melee healer? That's a lot of words.
That sounds very difficult, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm asking like what does thinking about some of the other games that Overwatch.
I'm just hoping they're not a melee healer. That would be really. I don't think that would be very fun for many people.
Right.
It's already hard enough to stay alive as a healer, and now having to be like up everyone's butt to heal them would not be fun.
Right. That's what I'm asking. Like, what would they? What do we need, or what could they do in the game to have another healer? It seems like I don't know.
Maybe someone else ranged, kind of like Ana, but even mid-range like Zenyatta would be pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. Or like I think the shield thing or like the armor thing is a good idea. Right? Like giving extra armor and shields, but like Torbjorn did that and Symmetra did that, but it was hard to like I think the problem with Symmetra's shields was you could never tell when somebody needed more shields or like you're just running around your team the whole time and shielding them.
Like a shield support would be pretty good, yeah.
Right, but yeah. Like how would they add that to make it fun, I guess, is using their terms. Like, you know? I don't know.
I mean, it could be someone who gives like a decent amount of shields, but maybe to a couple of people or even one, but for a temporary amount of time. So it'd be part of their cooldown. So if they have a tank up front, they could probably just give them extra shields for a period of time. That would be interesting, I think. And something that's still different from other supports so far.
Yeah, instead of like an actual physical bubble, you get shields instead. Like
maybe shield health is what I was thinking.
Yeah. Interesting. Star, what do you think?
I mean, like I've just been like thinking about, like if our support hero is kind of like a melee character, it would actually, I was thinking it would be kind of something like soldiers, almost like similar to how he can set down his biotic field and people can run to it. And like that's how the melee character could heal others, but that's kind of copying soldier. But like kind of like in a way, maybe it could be bigger.
They've copied their own homework before.
Yeah, and but it doesn't make sense at all for a support hero to be a melee character.
Agreed.
Just because how little health support heroes get. I mean, like, there are, like, the supposed, like, hybrids, people like to call them, like, Sombra and Symmetra, who can take care of themselves because they have so much damage output. But, like, that if it's a melee hero, I don't think anyone's gonna turn to it at all.
Yeah, I think they need a more catchy, like, appealing hero for people. For support, too, especially.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, support is not the only place lacking in Overwatch. There is a, like, lot of defensive heroes. Like, there's not even a lot of true defensive heroes, in my opinion.
Well, what do you consider a defensive hero, then?
Well, a defensive hero is someone who can hold a huge crowd kind of at once. Like, Junkrat and Mei are really good examples of this, because they can kind of crowd control, either using their ult or just fighting themselves. And, like, yes, you have, like, Hanzo and Widow in that defense category, but how often can you see a Widow defend herself on a point? Or a Hanzo, if they're even on the point?
Right, but they're snipers. They're not supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just a defense hero should be able to hold 2 or 3 characters back. That's just kind of like my opinion of a defense hero, though people will disagree.
What do you think, Em?
I don't play defense that much, but I think that the heroes are pretty good, and I also agree, like, yeah, a lot of them aren't going to be on the point because they are snipers, but it would be nice to have someone who can at least stay on the point when they're the last one. I don't think they'd be able to still take on a lot of people unless, you know, like, they're skilled at the hero, just like with most other characters, but definitely a new addition to defense would be really nice.
Interesting. So, I don't know. So, what do you guys think about some of the changes? We'll talk about Mercy in a little bit, but some of the changes as far as like how they make changes to heroes. Like they just like so they gave D.Va a new ability for nobody knows why, and so like so before that we gave Symmetra 2 ultimate abilities and stuff like that. So
Oh, Junkrat has an extra mind now.
right,
Yeah.
so
And Roadhog can heal and move now and have damage resistance.
right. So what do you guys think about not typically it can be like one instance, but how do you guys like the changes that they make when they make them? So go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Some of them, like Junkrat's having 2 concussion mines, it's kind of just like, you never complain, like, you complain this character's too powerful, let's give him more. Or kind of D.Va was fine, you know, at Rashid. D.Va's still a pretty good hefty tank to have on your team, but she doesn't need the missiles. It's just adding on to her kit.
They did it because they were reducing her defense matrix time because they didn't like how she could just eat people's ultimates completely and nullify them. And that's also why Mercy got changed, is because they didn't like how she could just come in and then cancel everyone's ultimates and all the work they put in towards that fight.
Yeah. I mean, but just sometimes it's like, you never complain. Like, the only thing I know was a huge issue was was the D.Va, like, being able to eat everything. And I was just more complaining about the Mercy res bug. I wasn't even, like, people don't even complain the fact she can do a 5-man res, because you can still counter it. Like, if you...
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's so easy to counter with other ults. And it's just like, don't use all your ults at the same time, wait until the res. But there's just, like, some of them I don't understand. Like, the Roadhog one is good because Roadhog can get picked off when he's healing. And so he at least has movement. And so he can probably go hide while he heals. But
yeah, and because of the whole, like, not being able to do one-shots anymore, a lot of people started not liking him and not wanting to play him. And I think giving him the healing would make him more of a choice for people now, again.
They're compensating for the nerfs, basically.
Exactly, yeah, that's it.
You can actually still one-shot as Roadhog, you just have to time it very right on squishy heroes. You have to do the hook, shot, and melee, like, all within a sequence, and you could still one-shot.
I like that he can't, like, one-shot me now as Mercy, but I know a lot of other people don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of Roadhog mains crying, but I played against a Roadhog last night, I think, and so literally, like, so this is an example of adapting to a change, right? He, instead of like one-shotting every one of you, just stand around until he could pull you into a pit.
Oh,
so I was getting literally pulled into the pit every 5 seconds. I threw my D.Va ultimate at him, and he literally hooked it into the pit. I'm like,
oh my
you gotta
gosh,
be kidding me. I hate you right now. So I switched to Reinhardt, and then we won. But Because if Roadhog's back, then that means you got to have shields, and nothing. You can't stop a Roadhog hook like a Reinhardt shield because you can turn it around, right? To wherever Roadhog's at. I mean, with Roadhog back in the game. So I don't know. My thing is like they changed the characters so much for things for whatever reason. So people pick them and the quote unquote meta changes. I think they do it on purpose. Nobody really agrees with me or whatever, but I think they do it on purpose so that way everybody doesn't get bored playing against the same heroes. Like, so the meme is the different season meme, like what we have for each season, right? So this is the Roadhog and Junkrat season 6. Welcome to Junkertown. So I don't know. I mean, that's literally every match. There's either a Roadhog and a Junkrat or one or the other on either team. And it's like, oh, dude, Junkrat is still not good. It doesn't matter what they do, right? Because his bombs have no aim. And, you know, you gotta, like, be in somebody's face to literally kill him. I don't know. It's just, like, he's fun to play and everything, but yeah, it's annoying.
His alt bug is what kills me the most. Because in the new patch, you know how everyone's like, oh, the speed was increased, and now you can send the Riptire flying across the map. That was actually a bug. That was not supposed to happen, which was kind of funny. So in the next patch, from what I've heard, they're actually like fixing it, which is going to be amazing. Because I can no longer be taken out by ults while I'm in the air.
Well, it has to. So they had to increase. So they wanted it to wall climb infinitely, right? But when you play Junkrat, for the Riptire to climb a wall, it has to have speed behind it. You can't just like go up to a wall and like instantly start climbing it. It doesn't work like that. It works like a regular tire. Like you have to run at the wall and then climb it. So it's not like it, and everybody, you know, like so by reducing the speed, you're not going to be able to climb a wall infinitely. So I don't understand what they're doing with I think sometimes they get confused with listening to the community too much for whatever reason. That's annoying. Anyway, so
like Doomfist.
Yeah, nerf Doomfist.
No, like I'm just bringing Doomfist in general. Like he was a part of the original roster and he got cut for a reason.
What do you mean? Like,
Doomfist, when he was originally made, he was made before the game even started, and he was on the original roster.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't think he was a good enough character to be on the roster, or like that's what I'm hearing, or that's what I've researched, basically. And so they cut him to work on him more. And that's why you originally saw all the stuff in Numbani, but Doomfist was nowhere to be found, because they kind of thought, you know, Doomfist would be forgotten. Then came the hype for Orisa, and that short, and the whole hype about Doomfist this past summer.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I think he like originally like threw rocks, and you could like throw your teammates and like throw people off cliffs, which would be kind of scary.
Yeah, I would totally go for that. That's awesome. I would just throw people around. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Em?
Can you repeat the question?
There's no question. We're just talking.
About... I blanked out for a moment. I was staring at something, and then I just completely forgot what was going on.
Oh, that's okay. So what we're talking about is just like heroes, like inserting heroes into the game and stuff like that. Specifically Doomfist and It's just the original question is still there.
Yeah, but
It doesn't.
I think Doomfist's release was a little bit weird. We always expected him to come, but Arista came first. But it made sense afterwards when they explained it was because she's supposed to counter him and be one of the counters to him. But I don't really know what they're doing sometimes. But I kind of I want to trust them for the most part. But I think sometimes they do some changes and then they have to definitely take a lot of time to get back and change other things in order to fix what they've changed. And then it feels really like awkward for a bit.
Yeah. So, if you look at, Star, you're talking about like releasing Doomfist. When they released Doomfist, like they were gonna release them whatever at the beginning of the game, or that's what you read.
Yeah, that's what I've read.
So, that's either they might have been. So you have to realize like it's not like it's a company. And you have marketing, and you have to understand that the developers are one thing, and then the developers finish the game, and they hand it to marketing, and marketing says, well, okay, so we want this game to last a long time, so you're going to cut those 4 heroes out. Anna, Orisa, Sombra, and Doomfist. And we're going to put those characters in at specific times throughout the year, so that way it looks like we're building the roster. So they probably already had them completed, like when the game was released or whatever. So now, and then like all last year they were probably working on new heroes. So they have their 4. They probably have 3 or 4 new heroes ready to go, but they make you think like they worked on them like within the last week or whatever, and then they released them. But it doesn't work like that. They have like 3 or 4 ready and everything. Maybe they're working on a few things to make sure that they work and stuff in the game. But they've already tested them. They've let the pros test them. They've let other people in the upper echelon of the community test them and stuff like that. And they're already ready. So like, they make you think that there's some magic behind it, but it's really just marketing and nonsense. So, so that's the wizard behind the curtain. But that's Junkertown and new heroes and stuff like that. So we'll move on to talking about why you two are here, is talking about Mercy and how we, why she is the most picked hero. What is up with Mercy? So you can expand on it however you want. Like, why do you play Mercy? Or why do you have an Instagram page devoted to Mercy? Or whatever. But, like, so what do you guys think? Like, why is she the most picked hero in the game?
I think it's because of her playstyle. I think it suits a lot of people who they rather fight using their game sense and smarts rather than just going out there and trying your best to aim. Which is fine. I think that it's really, really good. A lot of the sports have kind of similar playstyles in that way, where you have to have a lot more game sense. But especially since the way her ability was being used, and actually one of the reasons they wanted to change her, is like knowing when to not be in the fight, sometimes when to be in it, and how to survive. And I think it's almost fun. And the way she moves around the map, I know people have mentioned that when they tell me about why they main her. Is just like the way she glides around when you Guardian Angel. It just feels really relaxing to play her, even though it's pretty hectic at the same time. And I feel like for a lot of people, the confidence you get for your team when you know that you can heal well and you're giving everyone the best heals that you feel like can be given. I feel like you feel like you're contributing a lot to the team, and I don't know. That's how I feel about her, I guess.
Nice.
And she's really nice, and she's really pretty, and I mean, and she's like an angel with wings. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's pretty dope.
Nice. And she's Swedish, right? So she's the typical Swedish supermodel doctor. What do you think, Star?
Well, I'll tell you the original reason I picked Mercy, and like how she was kind of like my first character along with Diva. I played Overwatch on a disgusting 7 frames per second.
Oh my god.
That was on a laptop, which I call now my crap top. And so I kind of wanted a character that I didn't have to pull out a gun and shoot, and I could just fly to my teammates, you know, to escape. And like, you know, now that I've played her more, I'm more just battle mom than anything. But it's just, I've gotten so used to her controls, I'll out DPS. I mean, I don't know, it's just, I've always just found her fun, and especially when you get to kill that one huge tank that's been coming after you, it's so satisfying to finally see them fall to your gun. And then just hopefully, like, you know, you get that huge res and you could not die due to someone charging you down, which is never fun. But I also think a lot of people choose her because people who are new to PC gaming or just shooting games in general, Mercy's not really a shooting character unless you're in a desperate situation. So that also kind of helps you get into Overwatch, is that character you don't necessarily have to shoot with and you can escape very easily. And you'll eventually learn how to shoot with her. And that's why I kind of like think people pick Mercy. She has a very easy kit to learn, and she's a very easy character to master, I should say, compared to most.
Right on. So, what tips do you have for people that, aside from the Overwatch tip queen now, and facts and questions and every other thing, what tips do you have for Mercy mains or people that don't know how to play her, or that don't play her at all? What tips can you guys give them? Anyone?
My tip is, if you're being chased down, don't run. Turn around and shoot for the head. I know it's very difficult to do, but Mercy can actually kill most people with one clip if you hit most headshots. And not a lot of people know that, but it's kind of true. You just kind of... I typically zigzag, you know, so people can't get a straight shot. But try to do that until you can see a team member. And also, don't run on the front lines. She's one of the squishiest characters in the game. And on the front lines, it's really hard to run back. Like, even if there's that one Reinhardt that charges into the middle of the team, let a long-range healer heal them. Because you could be, like, with Mercy being having the most healing output of all the characters, she's kind of more important than the other ones, and so she can easily get the characters healed up, so she needs to stay on the back lines. Plus, that res, if you're on the front lines, that could easily lead to a team kill on your side, which would look really bad. And then stay back, like, hold back, like, keep very far back when you have your res. Like, still be in range of your team to heal them, but if there's a huge team fight going on, I usually let them go, and then res it and shoot.
Yeah, sometimes that's for the best, because when people, like, especially in higher ranks, or when people really want to make sure that you're dead and you don't get that res off, they will really go to the way to find you. And if you're even just standing at the back by, you know, and healing, they see your beam, they'll come after you. like especially like flankers like Genji and Tracer, they'll just go for you, and that's sometimes a pain in the ass. You can still get away with it a lot of times, healing and trying to be the last one to live, but it really is tough, and that's why most people resort to having to hide during really big team fights when they know the enemy team has a lot of ults, especially ones like Graviton and of course Genji's. But yeah, basically playing defensively, even on offense, you just always want to be aware of where everyone is, your team and the enemy team. It's basically a game of watching what everyone's doing and trying to make good choices to stay alive and to benefit your team.
Also, don't be scared of two-man reses. They're not horrible. They're actually good.
So, like, I can never figure out... I've been playing Mercy a lot. And I can never figure out, like, how to... Like, what is a good time to hide... So, I know this is all, like, probably going to change, like, not for sure, but I can never figure out, like, when is it a good time to disengage and, like, let your team be ulted and stuff like that, and then come back in and, you know, use your ultimate. I can never figure that out, because I can never figure out, like, what is it that you can look for that helps you know, like, oh, this is going to happen. I got to back out. I got to back out now. Go ahead.
Normally when people start popping ults is a pretty good time if you want to be there for as long as you can. So, like, if you're in defense, holding a point, holding whatever, payload, like, ults like Lucio's are going to be some of the first ones to go off. Also, Nano Boost and such. And that's when also Graviton, and that's when the enemy team is going to engage, and you really kind of don't want to be there. And normally when they group up, you'll know, and they'll probably have a lot of ultimates at that point, so you just want to stay a bit further back and be a bit more careful about showing yourself. That's something that I've, like, noted. On attack, it's a lot harder to figure out, I think, when to hide, quote unquote. I normally would consider doing it, like, somewhere, like, pretty soon into the push, because that's when the enemy team is going to start wanting to defend and popping ults back at your team. And once your team gets wiped, you want to be able to go in there with res. You don't want to die before you have a chance to do that.
Okay. So, what about, like... So it's basically like if you're playing a game where everyone's actually playing like a team. Like, you can't be playing, like, one of those games where literally everyone's running around doing whatever the hell they want to do. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but those ones, it's a lot harder to hide, but it is really, really hectic. You normally just go for 2 reses, I think. Like, that's how I would play.
Yeah, because that's...
Try to stay alive, get the smaller reses. And just because when everyone's all over the place, you're not going to get a pretty big res with all of them in a group. And you just want to kind of keep up numbers, I think, more in those cases.
God, it's so aggravating because I play at the lower tier. And it's like I only get, like, I try to just res 1 or, like, maybe 2. And at, like, critical times instead of, like, so I usually, like, I have my ultimate, like, the whole game. And it's messed up, and then I get told that I'm a terrible Mercy. So, and I'm like, well, you weren't standing together, so I can heal you. First of all, and second of all, you guys suck. So
that was my experience with Mercy when I was also, like, pretty low. It's really, really tough.
Yeah.
As someone who still plays in the low tier, I mean, I'm high silver, but, like, I used my Mercy skills to get out of bronze. Since I'm kind of well versed in other characters, I've learned, like, usually I'll kind of, like, if in comp, go with the teammates, you know, say if someone gets killed by a Pharah. Like, we kind of try to keep check with ults. Like, oh, this Pharah has ult. And with kind of, like, prediction, like with Zarya or Reinhardt, they still build their ults pretty slow. And how I do it is, like, okay, we've been in this game for 3 or 4 minutes now, and the Reiner Zarya hasn't popped their ult. and because they're waiting for the huge combo, and I always go and usually hide or get far back to where I'll be out of range of the ults, and that's kind of how I've been running things. Or what I'll do, like say example Eichenwald. If you're on attack in Eichenwald, and say your team's on the point, I always run up to that back area where there's like a hallway, and then there's like an entrance where you can look at the point, and it's not where people usually like set up like a torp turret. It's like on the opposite side, and like I'll kind of like hide up there watching, and kind of just still staying back, listening for the ults, and because you kind of know they're gonna go for the combo if like a Genji or a Pharah is holding their ult back, and they've gotten like people on your team's gotten killed multiple times. But the only time I try to not do two-man reses too often, but I still do. Like, say, if you just finished a push and, like, you have two people down, you want to res them so they can get back quick. Like, you can have them back quickly. Or, like, another way I do two-mans is, like, if you're in a heavy push and you lose all of your damage, I usually res it then. Because you need the, like, your damages. And, like, not just support.
So, what is this strategy for just typical, like, healing and stuff like that? Because, like, is it, like, you want to stay, obviously, close to your team, but do you want to stay, like, close to a teammate? Or, like, what distance do you stay away, or do you just like continuously fly around, or what is the actual like strategy for healing?
I think it varies per rank a bit, but yeah, in general you do have to learn to prioritize healing, who you should be healing first when everyone's getting low. And also, yeah, if you are still with your team, and even if they're not, like, it's not a giant team fight, but your team is being picked off and they're all critical, that's normally a good time to just kind of get out of there for a bit, because they're all you can't out heal all that if most of them are critical at that point, so you might as well wait for the res. But anyway, for the healing, I personally like to just fly to a bunch of different characters and stay on the move, because oftentimes if you have someone on your butt like Tracer, you kind of want to stay on the move. It'd be hard to hit. But I think also you could definitely get away with just walking around to everyone, but I just love Guardian Angel all the time.
Same. With mine, how I play, like, I prioritize tanks. I mean, I prioritize tank and support over the DPS. I know that sounds really bad, but I do. And, like, I typically try to stay flying around, or like say if we have a Pharah and there isn't a sniper, I'll try to stay in the air and fly in so many directions. Basically, people won't know where I am.
Yeah, high ground is always good to stick to if you can. Like, have someone who is on high ground to go back to. Yeah. It's harder for enemies to chase you all the way back there and even reach you.
Never stand still as Mercy. That is a big mistake people make.
Yeah, you'll die.
So what is the appropriate time, regardless, I mean, if you're getting chased down by yourself, obviously you need to go battle Mercy, but what's like an appropriate time to get out your gun and start shooting? Is it like, because at a certain point it becomes you're actually like helping your team, right? Instead of healing, I gotta, help my team take down the Roadhog, who they're obviously all shooting at the same time. So, do you stop healing and damage boost, or do you go battle Mercy and help? I mean, what's the theory between the two?
There's definitely good times to pull out your gun, and even when it's not just, you're almost being 1v1 by someone else, and it's definitely when if a Reinhardt is charging one of your mates and they have low health, you can't out heal the damage that's going to get done on the other end, especially when it's like just a squishy, they're just going to die. You have to normally just shoot the Reinhardt and try to kill them before they charge the person, that's some time that you can use it. Another is when all your teammates are full health, you can't afford to pull out your pistol. When Zenyatta's transcending and all your team is together, you can afford to pull out your pistol. There's also times, but there's a graviton, if you're not receiving a lot of damage from them, you're able to also pull out your pistol and help finish them off. Her pistol does a ton of damage, so it's pretty nice, pretty good to pull it out sometimes. But definitely when you have teammates who need to be healed, for the most part, you should be healing, I'd say. But yeah, for those rare exceptions where it is better for you to pull it out, go ahead. And heck, it's a fun game, so pull out whenever you want. Heck, go battle Mercy. Just have a good time. It's a game, you know? With her Valkyrie, pull it out. Like, just go battle Mercy. It's all good.
I'm, like, complete opposite. Like, with me, okay, if I'm the only, if I'm the only healer, I will mainly heal. But I have found, like, if my team's not taking a lot of damage, or say I'm, like, really close to res, but none of my teammates are around me for me to heal them to get res, I'll usually just pull out my little tic-tac gun and start shooting people from a distance, because I think you get 2 to 3% per shot you land.
Oh yeah, for real. It's really good to get your res last minute when you don't have any teammates to heal. I see people just pull that shit off, get quads, even though they were only at like 80 when they went in.
Yeah, like,
it's crazy.
Personally, like, one time I was playing, and it was like me, a soldier, and a Genji. We were all sitting here. Apparently, no one knew how to shoot a Pharah. So I was shooting at her, and they both die. She just ults them, and I shoot her while she's ulting, because I knew I can't out-heal it. And so I killed her. I got the 2-man res, turned around, their soldier popping ult, but thanks to us having shields, I just kind of kept shooting at him, and I popped him in the head enough times, and I did that, and so my res went back up to like 46% after that, which is pretty great.
Yeah, I've seen Mercy's take out McCree's all day high noon, and it kills me every time. Because they normally don't know what to do, and normally she comes from a different side, so he has to decide whether or not to get 4 people or 1 Mercy. And they just take that extra second, but that's just enough to get a headshot on them, and it's pretty amusing.
It's just satisfying to kill people as Mercy.
It is
I think
so
that's
satisfying to pick off people as Mercy, and then you just know that they feel bad after.
And her voice lines are the best, right? When she kills
people.
Yes.
You might not want to tell your friends about that.
Nice. So another way to build your ult right that I've found is that if you are playing as Mercy and you actually like fill them, like get them full health, like get them all the way, and that actually gives you fire points and builds your ult faster, right? Or am I not right?
From what I've found, it does give you fire points, but I haven't seen a difference in, like, it giving you more res unless you're, like, healing a tank that, like, say Reinhardt's down to, like, 20, and you're just sitting there babying him back to full health. And it seems to be the same amount of output, but I haven't actually tested it out, personally.
Okay. I didn't know if that was a thing or not. Anyway. So, we have... So, unless you guys have anything else you want to add to the Mercy discussion, we'll move on.
I'm so ready for the new ult.
Really? I'm worried about it. I'm gonna miss some Rezzies.
Well, did you read about the new achievement? You have to get 6 reses without dying if you already don't have the cute spray.
Oh.
And I think you lose 10 seconds when you're ulting, so you can at least pull off 4 while you're ulting. If you don't die while you're ulting, because you don't self-heal.
Well, right, you res someone, you ult, you res another person, and then you heal everybody, and then you res somebody else, you can get 3 or 4, and then you res again after your ult's over, you can get 4 pretty easily.
You're basically becoming Pharah with a tic-tac gun. That's all Mercy's ult is, but she has infinite ammunition.
She's just
So,
scary. Oh my god.
yeah.
She's a better
But
DPS.
it is gonna be a while before we get that, though. That's what I've heard. Because they're still trying to fix it.
Good, I gotta do my placements first with the old Mercy.
So, I mean, what do you guys think about it? Do you like the change or not?
It makes her more reliable as a healer, I should say. Like, I know she's reliable with her res, but, like, it makes her even more kind of like people can lean on her, because she now has the ability to, like, heal 4 or 5 people at once with that ult. And so even if you aren't shooting people, you can damage boost your entire team. So it kind of makes Arisa's ult useless.
If they've grouped up.
Yeah, if they're grouped up. I should say that. If they're grouped up. But, like, even if you'd still be able to damage boost multiple people or heal multiple people, and if I remember right, the output is increased as well when you're in that ult, which makes it amazing.
Cool. What do you think, Em? What do you think about the new?
When I watched the developer update, I understand why they did it, and like how it's probably better for the overall game in terms of balancing it. But I'm still sad about it. I'll be honest, I'm still sad about it. But I think it's mainly because I haven't gotten used to Valkyrie. It's just so different to me on how you use it, because it can almost be used. You can be used more offensively now. And before, Res was just, it's only defensive. It's only when you need it because your teammates are down. And now you can engage with her, and I'm just not used to having to pop it when my teammates are alive. And when I tried it in PTR, none of my teammates would group up, so it was a hard situation. But I definitely think it will be really good and competitive, where just rezzing one person can make a giant difference, especially if they have their ultimate. So I think it has a lot of potential.
Right on. So,
and you can get the same amount of reses too in a game as your average. You should be able to get the same amount, so it's not like you're losing out on reses. You just have to do them more spaced out, really.
Or just every 30 seconds, res the Reinhardt every time he dies, because he doesn't want to put his shield up. Is that how
There's too many Reinhardts like that. They don't even know what a shield is, and you're like, okay.
You just want to charge, that doesn't work.
Yeah, they charge it straight into the enemy team by themselves, and you're like, okay, I'll be over here.
It's going for that charge kill card. That doesn't
Damage
count.
blocked is 0.
Yeah. You go back to the bronze. So our guest that we have today, M, has the account Magic Mercy on Instagram. So I know you kind of talked about it in the beginning, but why did you okay, so you got on Overwatch and everything, and you wanted to do a separate account just for videos and nonsense and whatnot, but what got you into doing Magic Mercy, the Instagram thing, and at what point did you think, like, hey, I got this thing that I'm doing here, and maybe I can get other people to like it, or and stuff like that? So I think I asked too many questions there, but what really got you into, like, doing your own videos and stuff, just from playing a video game?
Oh yeah, that's true. Because like I started off first with just gameplay, but then I started doing some editing to it to make it more funny, and then I realized that started catching on a lot more than all the other gameplay posts. So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to do more edits. People like that shit. I want people to like me. So I just started throwing out a bunch of like edits, and then as it progressed, I just started wanting to do more and more stuff with the account, and yeah, it's just been a nice ride. Now I am doing a lot of stuff on that account, and that's really nice. I enjoy it. But
So
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh well. I don't know. I just it's Magic Mercy, I guess, because at the time that I made it she was my main. She wasn't my first. My first was actually Diva, as stereotypical as that is. But she's really good. She's fun to play. Honestly, eating people's ultimates with Defense Matrix, it's like a 4-man res. It just feels really good. Why not play feel good characters, right? And when she's out of mech, she's actually devastating.
Right? It's like
baby Diva.
Third sniper. I'm just gonna literally play out of my mech. I think that's everybody's like go-to thing. Like, I'm just gonna get out of my mech and just shoot people like far away.
Her pistol's amazing. The projectiles are very fast and they do a lot of damage. And they're kind of like Mercy's, where they have a pretty big size hit area, so you can get headshots fairly easily with it. So if you just like run back and forth and keep it at the level of heads, you're gonna probably get someone. Right. That's how both of them, I find, you can use them really well. And because of projectiles, people won't really know when to dodge it. They'll just end up walking into it most of the time.
Right. What is this thing coming at me? Oh no, shit, I'm dead.
It's just a Mercy. Don't even worry about it. Oh shit. And yeah, because it's projectiles, it's great because you can just peep out like constantly behind a wall and then shoot it, and it will still just travel down and hit them. You don't have to stand and wait while you shoot. So it makes dodging pretty funky. But yeah, and honestly, my name is the reason I chose my name is actually pretty sad. I liked Mercy, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go online and find words that also start with M.
So it has nothing to do with the Halloween skin. Mercy.
No, but I realized magic would be good because of the skin too. So then that's when I adopted the skin as almost, I guess, as a representation of my account, I guess. And I was inspired to become Mercy main because of Weird Mercy, and when she was Mercy POTGs, I just thought it was like the dopest shit. I thought the account was awesome. Seeing those big reses, I was like, dang, I want to do that. And then I started playing her more. And now my life is only Mercy.
Nice.
No mercy.
No mercy indeed. And I invited her to be on the show, but she didn't return my messages 1 hour before the show, so I can't fault her for that. But what? I understand you're in school and stuff, and from your account, whatever. So you're very busy and everything, doing your account and everything. When are we going to get more videos? I mean, really?
Yeah. Honestly, I just want to edit. I really do. I have clips that I have saved up that I've been wanting to edit, and every time I sit down on my computer and I'm trying to work on the account, it's just, where's my confession? And I'm like, okay, here we go again. Get ready, preparing myself for the 1.7K I have to go through. And honestly, I just want it to be done. I'm really thinking about stopping confessions. One, because a lot of other people are doing it, and second, because I want to go back to video editing.
Well, you definitely started a trend. I mean, I think that's propelled your account pretty far.
Yeah, that helped me a lot. That gave me a big boost.
And a lot of people have copied it, doing other things like it. So,
yeah.
Congratulations. You've now mastered the internet. You can retire. You can retire in good standing. But yeah, we need more video editing. I gotta see my dank video memes. You were getting really good at them. From the first couple that you sent me, they came a long way.
Yeah, I'll get back to it. As much as I can, I'll try.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Because you're busy, I get it. It's fine.
I already don't have a life, but somehow I'm still busy, and it's like, oh, okay.
Nah, that's cool. But I think I really like where your account's grown and stuff, and I'm excited. Like I told you the other day, I'm excited to see where you go next. I'm sure the confessionals are fun, but I know that it gets overwhelming, the amount of messages everyone wants to send you when you ask them to send you one specific thing.
Yeah.
So You post one silly Overwatch joke, and you have 5,000 Overwatch jokes in your inbox. So it's the same. But I think you're doing a good job, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
So what can we see next, or are you just like completely engrossed in what you have?
I've actually been planning stuff. I'm planning on trying streaming out.
Cool. So
And hopefully that will allow me to also make more videos and also be more active on YouTube through that.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can replace the black hole that Confessions will be eventually.
You just have to do Overwatch video confessions. That's all you can do from now on for the rest of your internet life. Is you're now the confession lady.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, Star, not to leave you out, but you do like cosplay and stuff. Are we going to see any Overwatch cosplay or what? Or what?
Yes, because I apologize. Like I just like caught something in my throat, and I just like went into a huge coughing fit. But yes, I'm working on 2 huge Overwatch cosplays. That's why I haven't had them out. For one, I have spent $500 on Mercy's wings alone.
Oh my god.
I haven't even started the costume. But I'm working on a Reinhardt costume, and I currently stand with my boots, because they're completely done, at 7.5 feet tall, which is actually really tall for me, because I'm only 5'8". And I'm working on Diva's mech right now, and I already have the suit made. I have the wig and the headset, and I want it to actually be like a functioning mech, not like one of the ones you just like sit in like, oh look, I made this mech. I want to actually walk around in the mech. Like, it's just I won't be able to get through doors.
Like the wheelchair mech lady?
Yeah, like kind of like hers, but like a lot of mine is being so built by hand with foam, and going to school and having a minimum wage job is not a lot of money for me to play with, so all of my Overwatch cosplays are kind of on hold. But like I have like 6 cosplays started and I don't have them finished. And it's kind of just saddening. And then I also kind of do art. And I actually posted something of like my Roadhog design, and like I made it for my body style, not for like actual Roadhog, you know, big hefty man, because I am not a big hefty man. I am a thinner woman. And so I made it to fit my body type, and everyone was like, that's just offensive to Roadhog. So like I kind of called that cosplay off just because of how much backlash I had for like all of my pictures. And so, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying my best with being sick, and just I promise there will be a Diva mech soon. I have the legs done, and I have half the body done, and I will show videos all over my Instagram about me walking around it in my backyard, because my dad's kind of mad that it's sitting in the garage right now. But yeah, I have some pretty big plans for something that can't really happen soon. And plus, like, with the whole hurricane business, it's kind of just like, oh, we have to secure everything.
You're using mech parts and Reinhardt boots to lock down your windows?
My parents actually put my Reinhardt boots in front of one of our doors. Because they weigh a good, I think they're like 35 to 45 pounds a piece. And so, like, I'm having to do training on my legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be a workout. Oh my god.
I have the skeleton for the upper body, And the skeleton by itself weighs about 20 pounds, but I carry the weight on my like waist slash shoulders, so it's not just on my shoulders killing my bag.
So a better excuse that you need to say instead of I'm working on it, I don't have enough money, just say, look, this shit is heavy and I have to go through physical training in order to cosplay this shit. So you all gotta understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my Mercy wings actually weigh like 10 pounds,
Yeah,
which is actually like heavy. Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, 10 pounds. These wings, actually, the way we're currently wiring them, should be able to fold in, fold out, and turn out. And we're actually working, because her emote, the caduceus, I think that's how you pronounce it, and like where she hits her staff on the ground, her wings fly out like in a huge kind of broken way, and we're working on that to see if we can like hook it up with my caduceus staff, and to see if we can have it do that.
Yeah, well,
And
there's one cosplayer that did that. So it's wired in their hands when they move their hands. Like if they extend their hands out, it makes the wings fly out like that. So you can find her somewhere on the internet. I don't know. That was a while ago.
What we're actually doing, we're doing a headset, like the Halo. We actually have like sensors connected, and so like you have to think, you know, like certain like programming like certain thoughts. It sounds so difficult, but I promise I have friends who are engineers. They do this for a living, and I've currently been able just to get them to fold in because I can't focus on anything.
Nice. Right on. Well, I think we'll wrap up the show here. So, we'll wrap up the show here, and we have two wonderful people here, and I would like to give you guys as much opportunity to, tell other people where to find you or what they need to do to get in touch with you or whatever. So, why don't you let them know, like, hey, I'm Magic Mercy.
What? Me?
Yeah. What do you want to tell people where to find you at?
Oh, yeah, I'm Magic Mercy, and you can just find me on Instagram. You can DM me or comment on my stuff. Preferably if it's a smaller kind of personal post, I will definitely see that. If it's a question of the day, I will not be able to see that. And yeah, just be wary about DMing. I sometimes take forever to get back to certain people because I never end up seeing the message because it just gets buried. So I'm very sorry. You send something and I don't see it. But yeah.
I understand your pain, but I'm sure some people don't. So it's because it's right when you answered two people and then all of the other people that you didn't answer all of a sudden like fly to the bottom of the list.
I once took a day to answer someone, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you took a day to respond to me. Like, why'd I have to wait?" I'm a big fan, and I'm like, "That's it. Like, I'm just checking my phone. I'm not dealing with this right now."
Right. It's so annoying that the messaging system is only on the phone. Like, I wish it was somehow on the computer where I could check it.
Oh, definitely. And the requested inbox, they need to fix that. They need to make it so it doesn't shuffle to the top every time you check one message. And maybe if they could do it by like a calendar date, so you could pick which day you want to see all the messages from those days. So it just segments it more and it makes it easier to go through them all. Because when they're just all piled like that, it's intimidating. You don't want to touch them. And even when you read something at the bottom, it takes you to the top after.
Yeah. And then have you ever gotten to the point where you have your, so you have your inbox and then you have like your unsorted inbox, like people you have to, like, that aren't, like, you've approved them or whatever.
Oh,
like, yeah. Where that gets to say 99 plus and you're like, oh my god, I know there's like 1,000 messages in there and I have to literally go through every fucking one of them.
Yep. I can deal with the regular inbox mainly because I will just spend hours sitting there replying to people because I don't like not replying to people. I really like letting everyone get a chance. But no, the requested messages inbox, that's the biggest nightmare I've ever witnessed in my life. It's like a 1v1,000 and you're Mercy and you only have your pistol and you don't have Valkyrie and you're just not prepared.
Nailed it. I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this.
You're never ready for it.
And then you don't. Yeah, and then you don't know what you're getting into. Like you don't know who's actually gonna message you what. Like you.
Yeah, you just see the preview and you expect it to be something completely different, and then you're like, oh, well then.
Thanks, but no thanks. Decline. Oh no, I didn't get that
like,
one.
Or when like it's just a question that's like, I've been asked multiple times what platform I play on, and it's in my description and my bio, right beside the message icon. Yeah. And I die a little bit each time, but I've learned I can get satisfaction now if I just send them a screenshot of my bio. Because then they're like, oh, idea. Yeah, it feels really good when they're like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, yeah, that's right, that's right.
My favorite is always, like, who do you main? And, like, obviously yours is easy, so... But I got that one time so many times. I literally had it on copy and paste. I would copy and paste it in every one as I would go through.
Oh my god, sometimes that's how you have to do it. Just have all these responses saved and then just like copy paste. And also wait, if you actually do want to have your messages on your computer, if you have Windows 10, you can go to the App Store and then get Instagram and you can check them on there.
You can't, oh god damn it.
It's a little rough around the edges. It's not fantastic, but it does help a lot with requested messages, that inbox, because it won't scroll you all the way to the top each time you check it. It just can't go certain, like, after a while it can't not go further, that's all. Whereas you can go infinitely on the mobile app. But you don't even want to go infinitely anyway on the mobile app, so.
Right. Yeah, because on the mobile app, once you get to the bottom, it'll load more. Anyway.
Yep. And then once you reach the bottom, if you answer the bottom one and you go back to requested messages, you're all the way at the top again.
Yeah, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh my god. And then if you check, like, if you open one and check it and look at it, oh, I'm going to respond later. Oh, fuck, where did it go?
Oh my god, exactly. I had no idea where it went.
This is famous Instagram people problems. Don't worry about it.
I don't have those issues.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I mean, at one point, when I used to live stream on Overwatch Today, I at one point had over 20 DMs, 8 of them asking people asking to marry me, and it's like, no,
oh my God.
No, thank you. And I actually kind of lied in one of the live streams, just said I had a boyfriend, and I still got marriage proposals.
Oh my gosh.
It tells you that kind of like demonstrates like how kind of like crazy some of the people in the community can be.
Oh my god, wait. This is really weird and really quick. I just want to mention it because I think you guys might get a laugh out of this. I posted an Ask Me Anything post today because I just thought, oh, people probably have some really weird, funny, interesting questions. I want to let them ask them. Someone asked, what's your cup size?
Oh my god.
Someone else did boobs, question mark. That's it. I'm oh my god, time to delete this post.
You can't answer that. There's no good answer to that. Solo cup? Is that how you answer that? Hold on. Did you already delete it, I guess?
No, I still have it. I'm definitely going to keep it and come up with some funny answers. That's just what I like to do. And even when people write kind of something that's mean or you can't tell if it's mean, I just like going back with something kind of funny.
Was the
so that
question of the day?
Yeah.
Is that what it was under? You got like 400.
Oh no, that was for the "Why Didn't Ask Me Anything" post, and it has like a picture of Mercy in the back. Question of the day is always interesting because I always expect people to comment stuff under it, but some people DM me their question of the day answer, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
All right. Then.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
All right. So.
Oh, I see it.
You see it? Ah, like it.
Oh my god! I see it on like Fish is pulling it up because I just have YouTube running because I already had it running.
Passed it.
No, yeah, it's like at the bottom.
Oh.
It says boobs question mark.
Boobs question mark?
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, no, I've been
Oh,
like,
boobs. Boobs, what? Huh? Huh? Oh, there it is. What is your cup size? It's that boy burr rolling. What is your cup size? Right there.
Oh my god. It's pretty impressive.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a couple of these questions then if you have time. If not, we'll close it up. Do you guys have time to stay on, or we can close it up? I don't care.
I have no life. I got all the time.
You have all these messages you got to get to because you're famous.
Oh god, no. Says you. You're just like at what, like 130K? Jeez, I don't even know how you survived that.
It's all gone. It's gone. It's gone.
yeah.
Do you feel enlightened a little bit though?
Yeah, actually I do. I feel great.
So I'll sign up for therapy with you, right? Recovery.
I'm just gonna magically get your account, piss everyone off, get your account banished to Instagram. The what is it? Oh, I had a good analogy for it the other. You get your account banished to the what is it, like the dunce corner of Instagram, where nobody can look at it. You can't access it. But it's still there. It's like, just go away.
Yeah, because no one can use the name Overwatch Today.
Nope, it's still there, but it's not. So that's like the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
here you
close,
go.
but so far.
Okay, so here's the question: how many mains do you have? They called you out. They put Magic at Magic Mercy. How many mains do you have?
I have one in particular, which everyone knows, Mercy, but I don't play there's no next hero really, because after Mercy it just becomes spread out between a lot of different people that I tend to play more often than not, I guess. And some of the heroes are like, I like playing Lucio, I like playing Reaper, I like playing D.Va, I like playing Winston, I like playing Torbjorn. I don't like to aim because I like playing while, having a glass of wine after a long day. Just makes it easier. And of course, I love Symmetra. I love that cancer comp. Like it's some amazing stuff. And I also really like Soldier and Anna.
Nice.
So those are the heroes I turn to when I'm not playing Mercy.
Do you like potatoes?
Yeah, I really like potatoes.
We have another stalker that's asking what part of Canada do you live in?
If they're a real stalker, they would have known by now.
Okay, well then
they would have seen a story where it's just
fake
the
stalker.
biggest landmarks are there. Fake stalker.
It's a wannabe stalker. What class would you like a new hero to be in?
Oh, my answer's pretty obvious here. Healer. Another support.
What? Wait, there's multiple. No.
There's so many interesting ones here.
Wait. Oh, what happened? God damn it. Do you play Heroes of the Storm?
Oh yeah, I don't play it, but I have played it to get Oni Genji and Officer D.Va, and I would play it again to get more stuff for Overwatch, but I wouldn't play it alone.
How do you hide your shurikens from your parents so they don't charge their alts on RuneScape?
I was actually just reading that one. I had my mouse over it. I was highlighting it because I was reading it, and you started reading it, and that was really weird.
This is why we get along. It's totally fine. Well, I don't know the answer to that. That's your question.
How do you hide your shurikens from your parents? They don't charge their alt on RuneScape. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even get the question.
I think it's a multi-layered question that has to do with Minecraft. So it's fine. I think
I just say mine the diamonds. That's it.
That's the right answer. That's totally correct. Who do you think would be useless without their abilities? Not ultimates.
Oh, Doomfist.
There you go.
I think Doomfist without his abilities is pretty bad, I'd say. Because that's what a lot of his kit really is. And like when he gets hacked by Sombra, he's basically dead.
Yep. What? If you could live in any Overwatch map, which would it be?
Oh, that's a pretty good question, actually. I would have to say probably like Numbani, because Omnics and humans can live together in peace, and I like the sound of peacefulness.
That's also the right answer. What is your favorite peanut butter?
Oh no, I might get hate for this, but I don't really like peanut butter unless it's with chocolate or an ice cream.
That's the right answer also.
Really?
Have you ever played tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons?
No. Wait, would like Hearthstone count? But not. It's not actually Hearthstone. It's Skyrim kind of Hearthstone. I have it on my mobile.
No, like actual like.
I don't.
Like checkers, but with
Oh.
like characters and books and dice.
Oh, with dice. Oh, okay, nothing with dice.
Okay.
The Game of Life?
No. Never mind. Yeah, that's also the correct answer. The game. So yes, she has played our role-playing RPG tabletop games. The Game of Life is one of those.
Oh, so now I get it. Yeah, physical ones. I don't know why I mentioned the other one. Never mind.
That's fine. Did you answer this earlier? Why are you a Mercy main?
I think I have answered that at least once too in this
Okay.
podcast.
Favorite animal?
Oh, in terms of class of animal, more generally speaking, it's bird. And if I have to pick a specific kind of bird, it's gonna be. This might sound weird, but it's like the bone vulture, because I think it's badass that it can just eat bones, and it's. I mean, like, if if everything dies, it can still live. It can just eat bones. I don't know. I thought that was metal.
That's also the correct answer, because you gotta eat that. You gotta get that bone marrow. Is delicious.
It is actually.
What is your least favorite healer?
Oh, least favorite healer. I think they're all really great, but out of them, my least favorite one is probably Zenyatta. I played in the least. It's mainly because I find when I'm bad at timing is all. By the time I popped it, people are dead. That's why I like Mercy. She just can clean up after.
Nice. Star, are you looking at the questions?
She can answer some too.
Yeah, like, I'm not looking, like, I'm just watching you scroll through it on YouTube, because I don't have Instagram on my computer, because I have Windows 7.
I didn't even know you were on YouTube, wait.
Oh, I'm just on Instagram.com. It's the same thing.
Well, still, my computer is, like, very laggy when it comes to things, and so
that's fine.
I don't want to risk it. But, like, I've just been watching you scroll through it, and, like, I have found some questions I could easily answer and just kind of make a laugh out of, like, them. Kind of like the other mains, like, a lot. If you play with me on Overwatch, a lot of people know I am very accurate with Pharah. Usually I'm 75 to 90% with direct rocket hits with her, like, just 90 percentile, and it's just like, oh, okay. I also play Hanzo. I play characters that require a lot of aim, but yet I made Mercy.
Oh my, yeah, people who just give you shit for that, they're like, you can't play anyone else, and I'm like, I know you wish that was the truth, so that you could, put stereotypes on me, but I can unfortunately play other heroes. Thank you.
Okay, I love when the low-level people, and it's just like, oh yeah, you can't play Mercy. You don't have an. I got told. For someone who only has 8 hours on Mercy, I don't have enough hours on Mercy. Okay, In total, I have about 160 hours on Overwatch. 70 of those hours belong to Mercy.
Oh boy, I have 150 hours on her.
I mean, I haven't played.
It's
I don't know.
too many. I have actually heard people who have like 400 hours, so that actually scares me.
Now, I
Right.
respect people's opinion if they have like over 30 hours on Mercy, you know, telling me, giving me tips and tricks, because a lot of people learn differently, and I'm open to it. But it's like when they have under 10 hours telling me I don't know how to play Mercy, it's like, honey, sit down,
Oh my
listen to
gosh.
this. I mean, but like I'm slowly building up other characters. Like, I put down McCree for a reason. I told myself I would never play McCree again because he was my original main. And I'd never touch him again. I got him in Mystery Heroes, and then that turned the tide for our team because I'm a very trigger happy McCree.
I want to play him because of his skin that he got for Summer Games. Okay, I can't lie. Like, come on, that's skin, right?
Oh, wait. What do you think the S stands for?
Saving.
It means
Wait.
safe, but I've heard like sandy, sexy,
I'm
safe.
gonna go with sexy. Actually, I
I
think that's
mean,
a
yeah, it means sexy ass motherfucker. That's what it means.
I mean, we can, okay. Also, it's an Overwatch breakthrough. We can see both nipples.
My life got changed when that happened.
Like it's not just the left nipple.
It's like how you know it's not really Inception. You know, we're not trapped in this dream. Apparently, you can actually like this rule doesn't work anymore. You can have another nipple now.
Yeah. Oh, I see a question I like. If you had to get rid of one hero of Overwatch, who would it be?
Doomfist.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Doomfist.
I just think Doomfist is a weird, like, I don't know, he just feels a bit, like, not in place sometimes. And that one-hit punch, I hate it a lot.
Yeah.
I agree. But, like, in my opinion, like, Doomfist, he goes with the lore, yes, but he doesn't fit very
Yeah.
well in the game.
I agree.
Because no one knows how to counter him. Okay, I'm sorry. A lot of people don't know how to counter Doomfist. Because it's just like, I've learned how to counter him. You keep him at a distance and shoot him in the head. I mean...
Yeah, there's specific heroes, like even Pharah is good at countering him too, by just being in the air and not being affected by his shots.
Yeah, because he can no longer, like, do a straight charge up with his punch, which is awesome. But... it's kind of just like, I think like Orisa and Doomfist. Have you heard of an Orisa main? Have you come across someone who doesn't play anybody but Orisa?
I only know one person, but it's because of a confession. They were like, I wanted a main here because no one else does, and I thought it'd be cool.
Yeah, like, but like, I just don't see anyone that mains them. Also, everyone just plays Doomfist because, you know, one-shots on
Yeah.
almost all characters, except for Diva and Alted Winston.
I find you're more likely to get an Orisa, though, on Nepal's Sanctum.
Oh,
Yeah.
We all
I
know
love-
why.
yes.
Playing Sanctum, honestly, if you don't boop, there's no point, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta boop.
So, on that note, I think that's a good place to end the show. Honestly, I mean, that was a lot of fun. We should have just done that the whole time. Was look through your questions and your confessions. If you come back on the show, we'll just do that. We'll just go.
Oh
through
yeah,
your
I'll
Instagram.
just ask people, what do you guys want to hear us talk about? And I'm sure we would get really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my
'Cause, like,
gosh.
The last time I did it on Overwatch Today, there was literally over 2,000 questions, and I couldn't even load them all. Like, there was no way.
Wow.
There was no way for me to do it, so I had to stop. I couldn't do that. But I think we have a good mix of like 400 or 500, and then like I'm sure some of the confessions you don't post are funny too. We can talk about that. So Well, guys, I think we're wrapping up there. Star, where can we find you, or where can people get in touch with you?
Instagram at horn.king, and on Discord. I'm mainly on Discord, if that's like the easiest way to get in contact me, which is star with a capital S and 2 R's with the hashtag 3795. And I usually get right back to anybody on Discord. And I am starting up my Twitch soon, so hopefully that will come about. And I still haven't decided a name for that, though.
Right on. So, for now, you can find our wonderful guests and hosts and whatever you want to call them at Magic Mercy on Instagram and horn.king also on Instagram, and you can find them both on Discord, but you gotta look for them. So thanks for listening. You can't follow Overwatch Today on Instagram anymore because we got hella banned by Instagram because it's gay, but you can follow me now at GameWatch Today on Instagram if you feel like it, which has at the current moment we just passed 4,000 followers, which is pretty cool actually. So it's pretty exciting. Like, you forget, like, when it turns over 1,000, like, you forget how exciting that is. That's exciting. It's exciting all over again.
Rip me. Only having 1,000 followers.
Hey, no, we all start somewhere, man.
Yeah.
I've had my Instagram account for 5 years. I have been stuck at 1,000 for 2.
You gotta get buff and get that cosplay, and then you'll get some.
Yeah, get the cosplay out, interact with the followers. Tag that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post really regularly. Try and I don't know.
Well, I am cleaning up my account to be specifically Overwatch cosplay based with my
Get
stuff.
that new Instagram cosplay whatever account you were talking about. Get that rolling. Let's go. Come on.
I will.
So
I promise.
Put all your other stuff that doesn't matter, like life, on hold just to do Instagram. And then that's how you do Instagram. Anybody that wants to know how to do Instagram,
Throw your life
pretty much
away.
like make it your life, and that's fine. Act like you're 10 years old with nothing better to do than Instagram. That's how you do Instagram. That's Instagram tips and tricks right there.
Not with my job.
So we're trying to do more of a regular show here. I don't know. Hopefully, if we can get Star and M to come back on, that would be cool. We could do it next week. Next show, we should have another podcaster guest. I won't say who it is because we're working out details. But go check out the High Noon podcast and Fragging Out and a bunch of other Overwatch podcasts that are awesome, but I didn't write it down, so I'm a dummy. Anyway, so we try to record every Friday night. You can watch us live at youtube.com/Overwatch Today, unless Croak comes back, and then we'll let you know. You can watch us on twitch.tv/OWTCroak again. So you can find Overwatch Today everywhere you listen to podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Tune in next week for good times and no hassles. My name's Big Fish for Horn King and Magic Mercy for Bloop, and good evening to you all. And that's the end of the show.
Wow, that was fun. That was really cool.
See, I told you it'd be fun. You didn't believe me. You didn't believe me at all, did you?
I believed you.
I actually have another podcasting group. They're kind of just like, hey, when it comes to your podcast, like, what do you do? And it's just like, because they have about 700 to 8 people listen. Like, wow, 700 to 800 people listen to them. And I was just like, I mean, what do you do? And like, oh yeah, we interview people and bring people in. I'm like, do you ever just talk? You know, like have like a chat pulled up, say like on like a live chat, and connect with the people. Well, no, and I'm just like, well, also you're like three guys all over the age of 50 talking to teenagers, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a little creepy, honestly.
But their son is getting into it. Like, I actually got to talk to him and everything, and they're like, "Oh yeah, just let us know when you record and everything, and we'll listen." And I was like, "Well, we're like, I was like, well, Fish records every Friday night. I mean, I'm not always on it, but." And he's like, "Fish," and I was like, "Yeah, he's basically like our dad. He just keeps us crowded." Because when Overwatch Today was first going, we had over 10 admins at one point.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
That was terrible.
And
that was a bad idea.
You had 10 admins?
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Oh my god. I don't know how you... I'm worried about having... I always want to have another person, like...
No, don't
I
do
have
it.
good mercy. But, oh no,
Don't do it.
I feel like it'd be really tough to just communicate everything, and then when you want everything specifically done a certain way, or... I've actually had times where I've messaged someone else, and their other admin replies, and it's either like something rude, mean, or like they misunderstanding, and then like the real owner has to come and be like, "Sorry, it was my admin," and I'm like, I do not want that to happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why when I worked with Fish on Overwatch Today, I told him, I was like, "Hey, you know what? I'll just do live streams. I won't do anything else. If I do, I'll let you know. So it's not like you just see this random post go up." And because that happened quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like, we'd have people post fake news, and then we get such horrible...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
I actually found one of the sources, and I'm not going to name names, and because I confronted him, and he said he would stop posting, and he did.